Hello everyone. Damn, it feels really good to be back on my channel. It feels really good to be back to recording again. I have not recorded for the past maybe 4 months, a little less than 4 months I think. And let me tell you a reason. Let me tell you a bit of a backstory. Okay, I think you need to know about this. जब से ये लॉकडाउन स्टार्ट हुआ, जब से क्वारंटीन और ये लॉकडाउन स्टार्ट हुआ, I felt very down, not because of कि सब कुछ इतना बुरा हो रहा है, not इस वजह से नहीं, obviously हो रहा था, बहुत कुछ बुरा हुआ है for the whole world, but the reason I fell down was like, I don't know, I just kind of like lost all my motivation to work. I also had doubts that maybe this was just not my passion, maybe this was not what I was really passionate about. But the thing is, I just became a master procrastinator, as you say. I just became procrastinator. Okay, I procrastinated so much, it hurted me. and the hurt was great. The hurt part, I'm really honest about it, and the hurt part was great. It's great that it hurt me, and I really started to question. I started to question that why are there people on earth that who are really successful at what they do, who are the best in the world at what they do, and then there are people who are not as much committed, who are not as much driven. Okay, what's make the difference? What is the thing that makes the difference between these people? And I know the answer was not talent. I know the answer was not luck. I know the answer was not God-gifted ability, because I believe we are all equal in that place. I believe the answer was a difference of action, a difference of decisions, all of those. And I didn't know it at that time, by the way. And I started to look out for this, and I've been learning for the past 2 months. I procrastinated for 2 months, and I've been learning for 2 months. And I really learned about what makes the difference in the quality of people's life. And that's a question that you will listen from none other than Mr. Tony Robbins himself. Mr. Tony Robbins is a great mentor to me. He's my role model, and I've learned so much from him. And if you have not really looked up his work, I suggest you go. I suggest you learn from him in some way. He has been a mentor for me for more than a year. I have known him for many years now, but these 2 months, in 2 mahino mein, I have really took a deep dive with him. I really learned so much from him. I have made success journals. I have kept them with me. I have this was really deep, immersive learning. Okay, that's what I learned. And I kind of hate to say this, but this lockdown has been like a blessing to me, because all of the pain I felt in the starting, that pain has been kind of like a blessing for me, because that pain moved me. That pain made me ask questions that I might have never asked if it was not for that. I might have never asked those questions, and I might have never got the answers. It made a sense of drive inside of me, a sense of commitment inside of me, and a sense of hunger inside of me. And then I asked these questions, and then I got the answer, which I'm really grateful for. And today's podcast is about gaming. I love gaming. And let me tell you guys, I am a gamer, okay? I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm not just a gamer, I'm a hardcore gamer. I love gaming, okay? So I want you to get this inside your head, that I am a gamer. And in the past 2 months, I've been gaming a lot. और जब मैं procrastinate कर रहा था, तब मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा था. I was just gaming. So let's just talk about games a bit. My taste in games is my most favorite game of all the time. I mean, there are quite a few, but उनमें से जो एक game है which really stands out is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist. I mean, that game was just on another level. I mean, that game was, I really loved playing that game. I don't know why, but the stealth in that game is just so incredible. You need to play that game if you have not played that game. और उसके बाद मैंने काफ़ी सारी गेम्स खेली हुई हैं. Far Cry 3 खेली है, और Far Cry 4, 5 भी खेली हैं. 6 आ रही है by the way. और Assassin's Creed सीरीज में से गेम्स खेली हैं. Watch Dogs खेली है. Need for Speed series में से games खेली. I mean, there are just really incredible games out there. Or games, they have really they have really changed, in the past 50 years. By the way, the first game, when did the first video commercial game was released? Okay, मुझे भी नहीं पता था कब, and I got curious and I googled it, और मुझे जो आंसर मिला, that was in 1970s, and I was blown away. Like, just 50 years ago, it's just like it was right now. I mean, ऐसे जैसे in 50 years we have had so much evolution of games. Like, the evolution of games, you see how much games have evolved. It's crazy. It's really crazy. इतने सारे games have evolved so much, and it's like just seeing, like, oh my god, where are they going? Where are they headed to? And they're headed to a better place, of course. So I played a lot of games. I'm sure you have played a lot of games, and if you have not, you really need to have some enjoyment in life, Mr. or Mrs. Not Mrs., Miss. You really need to have some enjoyment in your life. And I want to talk about esports. I want to talk about how the industry is doing. I want to talk about how gaming has evolved through the years. Esports is just incredible. I mean, esports wasn't even a thing like 50 years ago. There wasn't even a first commercial game. How could have somebody even thought of esports? And esports is now a real thing. You can really, really be good at a game. You can play it at a competitive level, and you can earn money from it, and you can be happy. That's the best part, being happy while doing it. You can be happy. So games, मेरे ख्याल में इस level से पीछे चली गई हैं कि they're just not about fun. They're not just about having fun, passing the time. If you're really a gamer, you can make it a profession. You can make it a profession. You can earn from it. You can be happy while earning. Okay. So gaming is not just about passing the time. It's not just about कि हाँ भाई मैं गेम खेल लेता हूँ, थोड़ा सा मेरा टाइम गुजर जाएगा. It's not just about that. People have turned it into a profession, and they are really earning from it. And there are many examples out there. Shroud, Ninja, Tfue. Shroud is, by the way, my personal favorite guy out there. Who really plays, who really kills these games. I really like Shroud. So let's just get into a little bit about the psychology of games. Why do we play games? हम games खेलते क्यों हैं? And maybe I think everybody has a different answer, but I think it's not just about to pass time. It's not just about to. हम games खेलते इसलिए हैं कि they make us feel good. Primarily, they make us feel good. But what do we learn from them? I mean, do we actually improve, or are we just passing the time? Are we just having some form of entertainment while playing games? I want to tell you my personal experience with games and what I really learned from them. One of the things I really learned from gaming is you gotta have determination in life. And how did I learn it is this. काफी सारी ऐसी गेम्स थी जिसमें I would fail again and again and again and again. I would fail so much. I would fail so many times, and this failing say, I mean, for example, Assassin's Creed. When I was playing it on Xbox, Assassin's Creed, और भी इस तरह की बहुत सारी games. And if you're a gamer, you can resonate with me. You will resonate with me on this. कि बहुत सारी ऐसी games होती हैं that you just try go again and again and again, and you can just not beat that boss. You cannot get this level. Okay, there's just something that's stopping you, and it really makes you frustrated at times. But the thing is, you at some point you get through to that level. You beat that boss, don't you? And how do you do that? You just try again and again and again, and you learn something from every time, and you try not to make that mistakes next time, and you learn again and again and again and again, and finally you beat that boss. Finally you beat the heck out of it. Finally you get through that level. Finally you get that. And isn't that true in life, by the way? When you're learning a new thing, when you are trying something new, isn't that what you do? Don't you try again and again and again, and you fail tremendously. You failed many times. By the way, I don't like to call them failures. I like to call them learning experiences. So you try and you learn. You try, you learn. You try, you fail, you learn. You try, you fail, you learn. And it happens again and again and again. Until one day you get really, really good at it. Until one day you feel like you're the master of it. That's how life works. Not if you fail one time, you go, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Why am I failing? You don't ask that question, okay? Because ask and you shall receive. If you ask a lousy question, you'll get a lousy answer. If you say to my mind, why am I failing? Your mind will say to you, because you're a loser. If you ask yourself, however, what can I learn from this? You'll get the answer too. You'll make new distinctions. You'll get more intelligent about it. And let me ask you a simple question to clarify my view. How long will you give an average child to learn walking before you say that just leave it, this is not your thing? कितना टाइम आप उसे देंगे इससे पहले कि आप उसे कहेंगे चल यार तू बैठ जा, तेरे बस की बात नहीं है, you cannot do this, okay, just sit down, okay, don't try ever again. And you might be listening to me and you might be saying, what, are you stupid? I mean, what kind of question is that? Yes, what kind of question is this? Because your baby, your kid, he's going to try again and again and again and again and again. And he's going to fall until he learns to walk. Wow, magic formula. Why don't we apply this in life? What you need to do is change your approach. If you're not getting something, you need to develop the sensory acuity, fancy word of saying, just get to know what types of results you're getting, and what you need to do is just change your approach at that. You need to just change your approach. And another thing, by the way, my mentor Tony Robbins says, repetition is the mother of skill. Repetition is the mother of skill. You repeat something over and over again and you get skilled at it. Okay? So that's how you learn something. And that's what video gaming taught me. It taught me determination subconsciously in my mind. And then later when I recognized this, I was like, wow, that's really what I learned from it. Okay. It also teaches you persistence, and there are also scientific studies that gaming improves your cognitive intelligence. There are a lot of positive things that gaming do. I'm not going to get deep down into that. But both सारी studies भी हैं which show the positive effect of gaming. It's not all negative. Okay. Next thing is, I've already talked about it. Esports and this industry, it's a real thing, and it's a great opportunity for us. And let me tell you one thing, internet is a great opportunity for all of us. We living in the 21st century, we cannot say that I did not have the opportunity. We cannot say that I failed because I was just not equal in the opportunities, because that's not true. The internet has given us great opportunities. And maybe we are not equal in the marketplace of the internet. And this reminds me of a quote from Jim Rohn, that we are all equal as souls, but we are not equal as in the marketplace. So we need to develop, we need to educate ourselves, we need to learn those skills which make us really value in the marketplace as well. We need to learn that. So I was talking about that internet has given us great opportunities. Internet has provided us with great opportunities to learn, has great opportunities to earn, to make a living. Okay, this was not real. Internet was not even a real thing in 2000. Facebook was not a real thing for people when it came out. YouTube was not. But now it is real. People are making a living off of it. Gaming is a real profession. Gamers are making money out of it. Gamers are making happiness out of it. That's the best part. That's what I really like. You can do what makes you happy. You can do what really makes you passionate, and then you can earn from it as well. That's what really I love about this internet thing. That's what I love about technology. Okay? Technology has great resources. Technology has great tools. On one part, we see that this technology, इतने सारे अच्छे tools हैं, इतने सारे positive things हैं, इतनी सारी opportunities हैं. Still, I believe that students and mostly people who are really out in the world, they're trying to make their career. मैं mostly अपने age group के लोगों की बात, अपने age group के लोगों की बात करूँगा. And I have experienced this personally as well. Okay, there's so much opportunity out there. Still, our mindset has not changed. Our mindset about professions, our mindset about our view on life, it's just still the same. There are not many great colors. और उनमें से कुछ choose करना है और उनमें से कुछ हमें बनना है. So there are not so many great options up until now. We have not really understood technology. और most of the time जो एक problem I think कि काफ़ी सारे लोग face करते हैं when they are starting out as YouTubers, when they're starting out as not only YouTubers, when they're just trying to do their thing on the internet, their thing which they really love. Their parents or their family or their relatives, they don't really support them. And by the way, I'm not saying that they should. Okay, they should not support you. They should not support you. You need to do it on your own. And let me tell you a fun thing. Whenever anybody who's successful, whenever you try out to do something new, he was not supported for it. Okay, so if you're not supported for it, that's a positive sign. You must take it as a compliment. Somebody says to you कि तू नहीं कर पाएगा, कि maybe this is just not your thing. You must feel happy about yourself. Okay, and I'm not saying that that shit that most people say कि अपना time आएगा, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. I'm not in support of that. But what I'm saying is that if somebody tells you that you cannot, when somebody tells you that you cannot, you must take it as a compliment, because you have just came up with something new. They just came up with something unique, and that's your superpower. That's the superpower of most successful people on earth. पर टेक्नोलॉजी को लेके, इस सब के अलावा भी टेक्नोलॉजी को लेके हमारे अभी पेरेंट्स में and all of them, they don't have very positive views about technology. They think it's a great tool, but they don't really approve of it 100% right now. And the reason is that they're just so much forcing that don't use this thing. And I've also seen people who think if their child is being disobedient, it's because of the phone. I mean, they'll not really look at the problem. They'll just say, take the phone away. It does not work like that. Let me explain to you. Let me be clear. और ये चीज़ अब गेमिंग में भी आती है. I'm not here talking about technology or internet. I am here talking about gaming. ये चीज़, this translates to gaming as well. Our parents, they still think, our parents and, the boomers, I'm going to use this word, by the way, boomer, and I don't mean any disrespect toward anybody, just to be clear. I'm just saying this. I'm a millennial. You're a boomer. No disrespects, okay? No offense. So, what am I saying is that this thing translates to gaming as well. I mean, boomers still think that gaming is just another thing to pass time. Gaming is just not real. In a way, it is just a pass time. But people can be good at a game and they can translate it into a profession now. And that's been done over and over again. There are so many examples. And one of the example I really want to give you right now is Star Anonymous. He lives in, वो मेरे शहर में रहता है, मेरी city में रहता है, और he's just a legend. He's just great at what he does. He plays this mobile game, PUBG, और मैं भी PUBG खेलता हूँ. मैंने PUBG वैसे इतना सोच के बोला कि जैसे मुझे नाम ही नहीं आ रहा. मैं भी PUBG खेलता हूँ. I'm a great player. By the way, if you want to compete, comment down. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm just kidding. We are gonna have a friendly competitive if you want. But the thing is, Star Anonymous, I think he's a legend. I think he's a legend in what he does, because he has really created he has really created the happiness for him. Although he has created the living he wants, he makes all that money he makes, I don't know, he's really earning from it. That's great. That's amazing. That's awesome. But what's more awesome to me is that he has made his dream life. Like he made his happiness come true, because he is really happy in playing that game. He really loves playing that game, and he earns money off of it. He earns money of something that he's passionate about. And I really love people who are really passionate about what they do. And I mean, these people, they're just so incredible. They have all this passion inside of them, and that's what's create the juice in their life. That's what I think creates the juice in their life. Having this feeling of passion, having this feeling of happiness, of joy. This is what creates juice in life. However, there's another side that I also want to address. There's the addictive behavior of gaming. There's the excessive gaming, okay? Excessive kind of gaming, when you are just so immersed in a game, you don't know about anything. And I'm not saying कि आप किसी और चीज को ignore करते हैं. You ignore yourself, okay? You ignore your physical health, your mental health in a way. If you very much, gaming addiction is a real thing as well. I'm not saying that gaming is all positive or all negative. What I'm trying to say is it's a balance. Okay, it's a balance. The answer does not have to be one extreme or the other extreme. It can be a balance. Okay, you can balance it out. Let me be clear. हमारे पाकिस्तान में, हमारे मुल्क में भी अभी हुआ था. We have a culture of kind of like banning games. हम काफी सारी games को जो है वो ban भी कर देते हैं. Countries काफी सारी games को ban कर देती हैं, क्योंकि उनकी वजह से बहुत सारे एक एडिक्टिव बिहेवियर बन जाता है लोगों में, और वो उन्हें रोके रखता है. तो मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि बैन कर देना इज द राइट ऑप्शन, बैन कर देना इज द राइट थिंग. व्हाट आई थिंक इज एजुकेटिंग देम, मेकिंग देम learn about how you can play this game, but in a much positive way, in a way that supports you. I think that's the right way. I think that's the answer. और अभी हमारे मुल्क में भी हुआ था, PUBG was banned. PUBG एक मोबाइल गेम है, और जिससे काफ़ी सारी मूवमेंट्स भी क्रिएट हुई. काफ़ी सारे लोगों ने कहा कि नो, इट शुड नॉट बी बैंड. थिंग इज, और उसकी रीज़न यही थी कि पेरेंट्स थिंक दैट देयर चिल्ड्रन आर रियली गेटिंग अवे फ्रॉम स्टडीज, सो कॉल्ड स्टडीज, और दे हैव बीन रियली इन द गेम, दे हैव बीन रियली इमर्स्ड इन द गेम. एंड आई थिंक कि ये गेमिंग प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, इट्स मच मोर ऑफ अ पेरेंटिंग प्रॉब्लम. आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट माई कंट्री ना. हमारी कंट्री में ना पेरेंटिंग इज, अक्सर मैं देखता हूँ, अक्सर बहुत सारे मैंने अपने फ्रेंड्स में देखा है, काफ़ी सारी जगहों पे मैंने देखा है कि रिजेक्शन क्रिएट्स ऑब्सेशन. और सबसे ज़्यादा रिजेक्शन हमें अपने पेरेंट्स से मिलती है. बीइंग ब्राउन किड्स, काफ़ी सारी रिजेक्शन हमें मिलती है अपने पेरेंट्स से. Or I'm not demonizing anyone, okay? Please understand, I'm not demonizing anyone. But हमें ये काफ़ी सारी ये kind of rejection मिलती है, and this translates to obsession. फिर एक चीज़ की obsession हो जाती है. हम कहते हैं कि एक phrase है जो हम बार बार बोलते हैं. हम कहते हैं कि हम डंडे की कौम है, हम सुनते ही डंडे से, हमें बात ही उससे समझ आती है. That's not true. I don't believe that. The thing is कि हम पे यूज ही सबसे पहले वही चीज़ की जाती है, हम पे वही चीज़ फोर्स की जाती है, तो हम फिर उसी के ही आदी हो जाते हैं. हमें आराम से बात नहीं समझा, हमें we don't know how to really communicate, we don't know how to really create change, we don't know how to really influence. हम बस उसको, और ये एजुकेशन सिस्टम में सबसे ज़्यादा ये होता है कि we use force, we use external pressure on people. We don't create the internal pressure inside of them. And what moves people is pressure. What moves people is either external or internal pressure. Or internal pressure is always much greater than the external one. You can make somebody do a thing. You can make somebody do a thing by forcing him. Okay, by giving him the external pressure, but that won't last very long. we need to learn to create the internal pressure. Okay, हम कहते हैं कि हम डरने की कौम है, ऐसी बात नहीं है. हम कंडीशन ही ऐसे हुए हैं, हम शुरू से ही बचपन से लेके कंडीशन ही ऐसे हुए हैं कि बच्चा अगर फेल हो गया अपने एग्ज़ाम में तो उसके पास क्या चीज़ है, वो बाहर क्रिकेट खेलने जा रहा है, उसका क्रिकेट खेलना बंद कर दो. वो फ़ोन यूज़ कर रहा है, उसका फ़ोन यूज़ करना बंद कर दो. उसको बस रिस्ट्रिक्ट करने लग जाओ. और जितनी ये रिस्ट्रिक्ट होते रहते हैं, जितनी ये रिजेक्शन मिलती रहती है, उतनी ऑब्सेशन क्रिएट हो जाती है अक्सर लोगों में, उतनी ऑब्सेशन क्रिएट हो जाती है बच्चों में भी. सो आई थिंक वी नीड टू चेंज दिस. एंड हाउ दिस रिलेट्स टू गेमिंग इज, गेमिंग में भी ऐसे नहीं हो रहा, क्योंकि रिजेक्शन मिलती जाती है कि गेम नहीं खेलो, फ़ोन दे दो, ये कर दो, वो कर. ये सारी एक रिजेक्शन ब्रीड होती रहती है. एंड व्हाट दिस रिजेक्शन ब्रीड्स इज obsession. And then the kids who are playing the game, they have an obsession for the game. Okay, तो इस गेम की एक obsession बन जाती है. And I'm not saying gaming addiction is a good thing. I'm saying it's a really bad thing. And I'm not here to say if you're listening to me and if you're addicted to some game, I'm not saying कि आपकी addiction बुरी है. I'm not that kind of person who's going to look at one thing and say that it's good or it's bad. I'm not that kind of person. I think that life is much more beyond this. I think life is not just black or white. Life में काफी सारे colors हैं. And we need to really enjoy those colors. We need to really look at those colors, appreciate life as a whole, not just in two colors that this is white, this is black. What I'm saying is, don't you think that you deserve to have more choices in your life? You deserve to have more choices to feel good instead of this one game that you're addicted to. And don't you deserve to have much more choices than just this game? Don't you deserve to love yourself? Don't you deserve to take care of yourself? Don't you deserve to not ignore yourself? So the point that I'm trying to give you here is this. Technology is great. Gaming is great. Everything is great. Up until to the point where you use it, not when it uses you, not when gaming uses you, not when technology uses you. Because if you are just using too much of technology and you are missing out on being the person you are missing out on spending quality time with your friends, with your family, you're missing out with really enjoying life, and you're missing out on really breathing in all the gifts of life. Then I think you're really missing out on it. Then I think technology is using you at that point. You're not swiping on the screen. The screen makes you swipe on itself. That's real. That's true. And the second point that I'm trying to give you today is, life is not just so simple as black and white. Life has all these colors. And you don't have to go to one extreme that gaming is very good, or to the other extreme that gaming is extremely bad. You can have a balance between them. You can balance it out. You can have a time for gaming. You can have a time for looking at your physical body, for making, for working out maybe. You can have a time for really investing in yourself. You can have a time for loving yourself. And you can also have a time to enjoy gaming. You can have a time. Obviously, if you have gaming as a profession, you need to give much more time to that. But what I'm saying is, why just enjoy life in one way? Why not enjoy all the colors of life? Why not have the balance in life? It's a balance. It's just not one extreme or the other extreme. Those are two ideas that I wanted to give you today in today's podcast. The first one is, use technology. Don't let technology use you. Technology is an amazing tool for building things faster, more efficient, more quicker. It's really powerful. However, only if you use it, not if you let it use you. And the other thing that I'm saying to you, the other advice, not an advice, no matter give advice, the other thing that I really learned and which has helped me out in my life is that life is a balance. Okay, you don't have to go to one extreme or the other extreme. You can enjoy both. You can enjoy both in a balance. You can support both of them. So that's what today's podcast was about. And holy moly, 30 minutes. I've been recording for 30 minutes. It's been great. It's been great. If you have stick to the end, I really love you. I really do. I love all of you guys. I don't know why I laughed. Okay. I don't know why I laughed, but I love all of you guys. I love spending this time with you. I love communicating all of this with you, and I'll see you in the next episode very soon. And till then, God bless you and live with passion.